Hi all, thought we'd do a quick unboxing of the front door handle set. When I saw this online, I was unsure of the quality or the finish, but the overall look matched our existing doors and look of the house, so want to see if that holds up, and you and I will go through it for the first time, and this will give you a better sense if it's going to work for you. So inside, we've got a instruction manual for installing, and there's nothing magical about this lock as far as what it's comprised of. So if you've installed a lock, it'll install just like any other lock before. And if you have holes in your door, you're going to be even better off because you're going to use those existing doors. If you don't have holes in your door, you're going to need this kind of template, where I've used this kind of template a few times. You basically fold this up along one of these lines. You hold it up against your door, see, door edge. So you fold this down in a line. It gives you essentially where your center points are for the holes that you're going to need to drill. So you're going to need to use this template, and it gets a little messy. So if you're drilling holes in your door, that's a different level than just installing this. It can be done. I've done it. Just Google that a few times. So let's see here. Like I said, we're going to do this for the first time. I don't want any. So your surprise, my surprise is your surprise. All right, so we've got a box full of your classic standard hardware. A little catch, all metal, nothing crazy. This is going to be part. Oh, this is the little nut for the bottom of the handle. Some screws, nothing crazy. Let's get into the actual hardware we're looking at. That's what you want to see, right? How that feels, how that looks. That's the hardest thing I can always tell from a door is what that. Heads up, plastic bags are dangerous. So that's a suffocation warning on the bag. This is, so it's a nice modern look. That is essentially black. Yeah, it's black. It's I thought it might be an antique-y type black or bronzes, but that's a black color. You've obviously got a very sleek, modern, kind of hard edge to it. Comfortable in the hand, good springiness. You can see the overall length. It's going to extend. Obviously, if your door opens this way, you're going to put it that way. Conceptually, I guess you could install it any way you wanted to. It looks like this is actually a universal little. Oh no, well, you got these two. You can't. So it's either this way or that way. So that's nice and comfortable. Definitely hard edge though. Like, it's a radius edge, but it's a sharp edge. My wife and I have a very different aesthetic. I like things that are more modern and sharper like this. She likes them more rounded, soft, and curvy. So depending on what door I'm putting this on, it's always the balance. This is the main piece of the hardware here. We'll take a look at. All right. So again, yep, so all metal. It's nice. Metal little handle pushing up and down here, so that's going to last, no problem. Big surface area to grab. Again, that same aesthetic that was true of the inside handle there is on the outside. Everything is kind of, we got that radius, sharp but radius edge. Very clean, modern aesthetic. This is, as you can see, same color, black. This is a note that this adjusts up and down because you actually are drilling a hole through your door. A lot of doors won't have this hole. They'll obviously have the big hole for your handle, but to secure, because this is a long handle, to secure it into the door, you basically use that template to figure out where a hole needs to be located. You can make some mistakes because this goes up and down without a problem, but basically you do need to drill a hole through your door. And on the opposite side, you will use this little guy to just keep it in place. So on the opposite side of your door, on the inside of your door, you're going to see your handle. All right, so that gets attached there. Let's look at this all together as a final aesthetic, right? Oh, sorry. This has to go on here. And this will meet in here. Sorry, I don't have a door to assemble it on, right? So here's your final aesthetic, and then down on the inside, you're going to have this piece down here. So if you, for some reason, you don't want a hole coming through your door with this little aesthetic down at the bottom, because you'd see basically the handle on that. I personally, it doesn't. I thought it would bother me. This is the second or third one I've installed like this, where all of a sudden you have to drill the holes. I thought it would bother me just having this little guy float, but man, you don't notice it. I mean, you don't care once you install it, just like tons of other things. So anyways, nice overall doorknob. You can see the aesthetic. If that aesthetic works for you, there's absolutely no reason I would not recommend. Took the turn because it's not in the door, but there's no reason I wouldn't recommend this. Good to go. Hope that helps.